8th in the land.
Welcome to Memorial Stadium, Lincoln, Nebraska, and home of the Cornhuskers. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Washington Huskies. Washington will kick off as this one gets started. Fielded in the end zone. It's Bell. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. So Nebraska's offense will take the field first. And David, if you like big plays, and I know you do, and highlight real catches, and I know you do, we've got a guy for you on this offense.
Man, it's so fun to watch him, not for defensive coordinators and defensive players, but this is a guy that can make plays all over the field. He will be highlighted, just the speed, the playmaking, the catching ability. Jesse, he will make plays early and often.
Man, it is so nice as a quarterback when you have a guy like that lining up, because you can just throw it anywhere in his vicinity and trust he's going to find a way to get it done and make the catch. Even when he's defended, he is always open, and you're going to see him line up all over the field, and he'll get the ball in a variety of ways.
When you're called Cornhuskers, you're like a big red thrashing machine, and you're going to get it done on the ground.
Just going to chew up the ground yards. Just going to eat you up, play physical, be different. And that's what Nebraska...
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. The Huskers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking for a man. It's Raiola. Swings it out to the flat. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And the Huskers are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Under fire. Makes the grab on the right. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys on the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play. Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll try the run. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
The 7th play of this opening drive, they'll need to move the chains on 3rd and short. They'll try to power their way ahead. They'll pick up enough yardage for the 1st down. They've got it at the 30.
One of the coolest things I love about football is the strategy. Like, first drive, what are they going to line up in? What are they going to try to take advantage of? How are they going to attack us? And so far, this offense has had some success. This defense now getting in their territory. They need to figure out some answers to some of these questions.
They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Let's talk for just a minute about Nebraska. They've climbed into the top 10, been through some battles, proving themselves to be one of the best teams in the country. What do you think about their chances of staying there?
Well, they got to keep playing at a high level, and obviously they've had tons of success now to crack into the top 10. I'll tell you, when you get top 10, David, you get everybody's attention.
Yeah, you get everybody's attention, but I hope this team ain't just searching for a top 10. Like, I hope they're trying to be the best team in the country, and you hope the best is still to come for this squad.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not 2nd and long. It's not 3rd and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
Handoff to the single back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
You know, this is a running back who wants the ball, and he wants the offense to run through him. Really nice job there on the 3rd down of this opening drive for his offense. I can't wait to see what kind of game this guy's going to have.
Big fullback's got it. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now on 2nd and goal. He'll send the tight end in motion. They're going to run it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
All right, so now you're in this 3rd down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that, too. Get the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close and I get stopped, it's 4th down. 4th down means go for it. That's all that means now today in college football.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. And while the pass is incomplete, the flag is down. I think that was a free play for this offense. Defense was in the neutral zone.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
Oh, that's something for him.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Now after the misfire, it leaves them with 3rd and goal from the 3. The option look. And he just flat missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw.
You trust your D.
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. Back's got it. Looking for room, and he's not going to get there. The defense comes up with a huge stop. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Finds his tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
They'll run play action. Makes the catch on the left. He's loose. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Huskies.
And how about the offense being aggressive, willing to drop your quarterback into the end zone? If he gets tackled, it's a safety, gets the ball out, and the receiver does the rest. 98 yards to the house. What an explosive play.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Raiola. Quick completion on the out route. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And they give him enough for the first down. They'll move the chains, and let's see if they can snap it one more time here in the first. Both teams made no secret they wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the first. First play of the period, first down here. Looking to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Looking to throw again. Fires complete on the crosser. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Right there, I think you need a better play call. You got to help your quarterback out a little bit because the throw has got to at least make it to the sticks. On that last play, you're basically trusting the guy to make a few dudes miss in order to go pick up that first down. I think you need to start being a bit more aggressive here when these third downs present themselves.
Yeah, I like it. I like the confidence of the coaches. When you're an offensive coach, you got to be aggressive nowadays. And going for it in your own territory, it used to be, no, you can't do that. Now, everybody's like, you know what? Analytically, that makes sense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. To the air. It's Raiola. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's got it out of bounds at the 41-yard line.
Yeah, and I love running my tight ends across the formation. Just big targets that I can find a way to get the football to. Nice snag, nice little positive gain for my offense.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. The throw to the outside is complete. Down to the 32 and out of bounds right there. The Cornhuskers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. I mean, they're about to run out of plays. 12th play of the drive coming up. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of it.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They go to the ground.
This is an offense that prides himself on being physical, so you need 1 yard. Just hand it off to your back and let him go to work.
The Huskers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Motion from the wideout. They'll try to slam it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! There have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy, time and time again, trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field?
Really glitched.
And he's going to try to return this one. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. He'll keep it himself. Open space at the 25. Turning on the Jets. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. And the Huskies just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Running back searching for a hole. He's loose.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and that can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Washington sends out the punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, you know, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Quickly to the tight end. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Looking for a gap. It's Ives. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, how about that defense? On the snap, they are in the backfield with great penetration. Nowhere to go for the running back. That defense was sitting on G, waiting on O.
And the Huskers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Catch in the middle. It's Knowles. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it because he really didn't have a choice because he was going to wear that one regardless.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. The Cornhuskers will punt it away on 4th down. They'll look to pin him deep. Signals for the fair catch and hauls it in just shy of the 30. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. Back to pass. Got room to work. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the...
Now, we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. The Huskies will snap it on 1st and 10.
Who's putting it on, guys?
Wants to throw on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Harris. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down. And the Huskies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Just gets rid of it before the heat.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Punt is in the air. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fellow on the sidelines, being like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Here's a heat. Hit as he throws. Wide open downfield. And the defense doesn't let him get loose, and that's going to wrap things up here in the half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Huskers will kick it off to start the 2nd half. Bringing it back. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They got plenty done through the air in the 1st half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the 3rd quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the 2nd half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. They'll pick up the 1st down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the 1st down. This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. Going to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the 2nd half if you're on defense.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle. It's Williams. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
He decided not to hand it off on that RPO. Defense, great job taking the throwaway, now setting up 4th.
The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. Excellent job on the punt. Bounces out of bounds at the 5, and they'll have 95 yards to go in front of them. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw at Santiago. Shoots it to the left. A strike downfield. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. And the Huskers come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Quick completion on the out. Still on his feet at the 45. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Leaves it with the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
From the gun, running back gets to give. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. And the big deflection on 3rd down forces a 4th down.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're...
Converts on 4th down, still going. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down.
You got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one, and they keep the drive alive.
The Cornhuskers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but, man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the 3rd quarter. They got to get it going now.
And fire the completion there in the red zone and set up at the 13. The Huskers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Touchdown, Nebraska! And that one will give them the lead. Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and they'll get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
How about this? A 2-point conversion coming. Looking for a man. It's Santiago. And he makes the grab for the deuce.
Ravens on TR.
What they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. He'll bring it out. It's Green. And the returner will be dragged down. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys, and he's been that each and every week for this defense. Speed, he's got power. You just simply can't block him, and that last play is his 10th sack of the season.
Second down, he'll throw it. He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out.
Okay.
First play of the drive comes from the 38. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Backed up now, here's second and long. The run to the left. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. A loss of 5 on that play.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
And the Huskers are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. Snagged out of the air. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game, marking at the 47. Now across the 50 and at the 48-yard line. They'll have it 1st and 10. Sticks it in his belly. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Everybody's hurt.
We've reached the break. It's Nebraska holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza.
He's way too hurt.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Got the first down and more. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the 4th quarter.
That's how I lose games, dude.
The Cornhuskers are moving quickly down the field. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Gets the back moving. Dropping back, it's Raiola. Tight end finds a soft spot. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Nice job after the catch by the tight end, able to make a guy miss and go get extra yards.
Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. From the gun, wants to pass.
Oh, it's terrible.
This will be picked off. Maybe just the turning point they needed. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Huskies! The defense putting points on the board.
How fast did this game just change? Offense in the lead with the
Like
football, looking great. Defense makes the big play. We've got ourselves a ball game now.
Making bad decisions.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20.
Everybody's freaking hurt.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick-6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Well, the offense has the lead, and we call this 4-minute offense. This is a situation that teams around the country practice, having the lead late in the game and needing to ice it by running the football and throwing high-percentage passes.
Hand off from the shotgun. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26.
And this defense and their team, honestly, has just built some momentum here in this fourth quarter, man. And I'm interested to see this offense and if they can respond, if they can be physical, if they can run the football, they can make some plays here in this fourth quarter.
The Huskers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Got it in the middle. It's Hunter. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
And the Huskers with the 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw at Santiago. Makes the grab. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Give to the back. Pass to Sticks, and he may get more. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the 1st down. The Cornhuskers pounded the rock to move the Sticks, now back to work. Right back to the well.
Just misses the block.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's such a great physical play by the defense, because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the Sticks.
I think the OC would have been really happy with a small gain and an easier 3rd down. But how about the effort by the running back to get this close? He saw the 1st down marker, tried to get to it, got close enough now where it's an easy situation on 3rd down. And shoot, and I got 4th down in my pocket if I want to go for it.
The offense just continues to matriculate the ball downfield, and they're finding a lot of different ways to generate these 1st downs. They do it right there on the quarterback sneak.
The Huskers back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. To the ground with the back. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Handoff to the single running back. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game.
Really nice job by the running back here in the fourth quarter, picking up that first down. They need him now. They've got the lead, but not by a lot late in the game. They need him to play his best football at a moment in the game when everything is on the line.
And they corral him at the 2-yard line.
And this fullback is just dependable, and he's versatile. He's not just a guy that can block. He can catch the ball, and like you saw right there, you can hand it off to him, and he can generate you explosive plays.
They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. And the Huskers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters, and this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps. They've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
Particularly in the bye week. So bad. Let's go. We're good. Portal's gonna have to be nice to us. Yeah, Indiana got me.
Welcome to Memorial Stadium, Lincoln, Nebraska, and home of the Cornhuskers. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Maryland Terrapins, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Terrapins will get us started with the opening kickoff.
That's it.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the Nebraska Cornhuskers offense will have the football first. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Finds the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Quickly complete. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Man, and that's just making it way too easy on the defense. They're laughing at that short throw. They're like, really? Okay, we'll just make an easy tackle and jog our punt return team out on the field. You're going to make it that easy for us.
Oh, the defense moved in there too quickly. You think it's never going to work until it does, and that'll be a first down.
Sucks to suck.
Defense a little too anxious there. They're just making it easier for this offense. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Just ran over it. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Cornhuskers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll go to the fullback. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Fullbacks are very unselfish. One of the most unselfish positions you can find in football. They block 99% of the time. But when you can give them that rock, get a first down, those guys are really big. You know, they're really powerful. They usually fall forward. No nonsense, no jukes. Just hit you in the mouth.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll send the back in motion. Back to throw, it's Raiola. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. Now the 8th play of the opening drive, but this time facing third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Extending the play. Got out of trouble and throws. This time it's complete. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player. And we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. And you saw it right there on that.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Sets up the screen. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush. Hit him with the screen and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on first down.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Slams it ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Huskers!
If the offense continues to put drives like that together, this defense is in trouble. How about the balance, the ability to throw the football, run the football, keep the defense guessing, and then when it gets closer to the end zone, the physicality to punch it in. Great start for this offense.
And he added the extra point. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's out of bounds at the 17-yard line. Excellent job by the kick coverage unit to keep him from getting the sideline. The Terrapins offense will have its first possession of the game. They are going to be greeted rather rudely, I guess, by a group of defensive linemen that wreak havoc and hunt down quarterbacks, Jesse.
And they wreck games. They take away everything you do offensively. So it's a huge challenge in this one, David, for this offensive coordinator to try to call plays and find ways to get the football away from these big fellas up front because they take games over.
And get the ball out quick. Like when you've got a defensive line that can penetrate, that can get TFLs, get sacks, it's going to be on this offensive line to buy a little bit of time, but also the ball to come out quick, win in the secondary right now.
Dropping back, it's Washington. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Well, the offense is being aggressive here in their opening possession, trying to throw the ball in the first 2 plays. They went incomplete first down, and now they take a sack on second down. This is not going to script, and they understood it was going to be a challenge against this defense, and I love the fact that they're going to be aggressive trying to throw, but the execution has got to be better.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
And the Terrapins will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Slips through the line. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Going right to work up top. A little screen to the running back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Love the execution there in the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Caught close to the marker. It's Markway. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. The Huskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw, it's Raiola. The screen, and watch out. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Looking to fire. Just a short pass to the tight end. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
And the Huskers are rolling down the field. Wants to go up top on first down. Using the quick game. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. First play of the period will be a second down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. To the air, it's Raiola. Quickly complete. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
These third downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this third down.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Fielded in the end zone, it's McLaurin. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Fires to the wideout. It's caught. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Terrapins can really attack on this second and short. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Third down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make movement change impossible. Under fire. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. And the Terrapins will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuffed in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Back to pass, it's Raiola. He's got the back in the middle. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get in the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. The give to the tailback. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. The Cornhuskers need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. Now he's going to break the pocket. He'll throw it. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. And here comes the punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And the defense just gets their 4th sack of the day. And guess what? This offensive line, they gave up 4 last week, too. So you need some consistency up front. Make sure you protect that QB that can make those big plays for you.
Snagged in the middle. It's Manning. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. It'll be 3rd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air, it's Raiola. That's reeled in, it's Markway. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down. The Huskers come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, the running back has it. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. And the Huskers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the 1st down. They've got it at the 40.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the stick.
Fires deep toward the end zone. It's picked off, and that's number 10.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
He'll start this drive going to the air. Gets it to him on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. The Terrapins with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Got his man down the middle. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big 3rd down. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
It's amazing to think just how confident this offense was coming into this game. They thought they were going to go up and down the field throwing the football in this one. That has not been the case. They have not yet scored a touchdown in this one. They just threw an incompletion on 3rd down now, looking like they may have to punt. This offense has got to find their rhythm. But you've got to wonder about their confidence at this point of the game.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half. To throw, it's Raiola. Got his man. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds in this offense trying to put something together. The Cornhuskers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. He makes the grab. The Huskers come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get it through the air. They go to the wide receiver screen. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. punt is on its way. Fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Corners are going to bail. The play action fake. Grabbed over the middle. It's Humphrey. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Lincoln, but let's just go with notable.
He'll bring it out. It's McLaurin. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the Terrapins now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Quarterback on the keeper. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Martin back to pass. He'll pull it down. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. The Terrapins getting set on 1st and 10. The give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Fires to the big fella. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. And the Terrapins come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll field the punt. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. Just had a solid pickup on 1st. Now let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Back to pass. Fires to the tight end. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Line is set on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Raiola. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. And the Huskers decide to punt it away. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Give to the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see.
Hits him inside the 20, still going. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. It's as if this guy has morphed into Ndamukong Suh. He's dominating right now.
Man, Ndamukong Suh, one of the best players I've ever seen live. Just
nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have two hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Gets it up to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Offense breaks the huddle on third down. To the air, it's Raiola. He tries to take the top off. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. The Cornhuskers will send out the punt unit. Perhaps feeling that coverage coming, signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 25. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Grabbed behind the line. It's McLaurin. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? They'll leave it with him. They opened the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional. They're just not being physical enough at the point of attack.
He'll throw on third down. Caught behind the line. It's Humphrey. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on third down. The Terrapins send out the punt unit. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Waves the arm for the fair catch, and the catch is made close to the 30-yard line. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Quarterback there just trying to go to his primary target, and they're just not on the same page.
They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Scanning the field, it's Raiola. Got the quick pass. It's a seam wide open. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. The Huskers will line it up on 1st and 10. The give to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Quickly complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Huskers are on the move. To the air on 1st down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Got a man. It's Knowles. It's a running room. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to...
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Well, the offense staying aggressive. They've had success all game long. They just came away with a big play, but finally give up a sack. If they can keep this quarterback standing up, though, they can extend their lead.
Rush is on him. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle box. He knew to throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And he missed it. No good. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Martin will throw it. Got it set up on the outside. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Oh, man, they've already lost one quarterback today. Now the backup comes in and has to take a shot.
Man, I might think about protecting my QB a little better. I already lost one. Now your second guy gets hit, and you got to keep this guy healthy. You got to keep him upright. You got to protect your quarterback, man.
Well, the defense, they're smelling blood in the water now. Of course, they've already knocked the starting quarterback out of this game, and now with the backup in, they're bringing more pressure. It almost looks like they're more excited to get after him. This is just a very excited, very emotional defense right now.
Fires left. Got his man downfield. Turning it on. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. A bit frustrating to miss that short field goal the last time they had it, but this time around, see if they can redeem themselves. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Back to throw, it's Raiola. Bringing the heat. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Makes the grab. Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Motion from the back. Back to pass on 2nd down. The screen, he can go. The black shirts have applied blackout conditions. There has been no electricity available for this offense.
I mean, just suffocating. They're smothering this offense. They haven't done anything well yet. They can't run it. They can't throw it consistently. This defense is
looking deep down the right side. Catch inside the 30 and still running. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. They'll move the tight end. From the gun, the ground game. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the Terrapins trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Martin back to pass. Immediately fires to the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. On third down, he drops to throw. Deep shot for the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. Gonna look downfield again. He's got it on the run. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. The Terrapins will hustle to the line. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Oh, they're after him. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the 4th quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
On 4th down, going to the air. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on down.
That's a tough place to be if you're the quarterback, too. On 4th down, the defense dials up the blitz, and you just feel the pocket constricting around you. It's like a black hole. There's just nothing you can do. It's hard to see receivers downfield. It's hard to step up, and on that play, you're helpless. And you know that you're losing possession and you're coming off the field.
He'll bounce his way ahead for a pickup of 4 out to the 14.
Well, we saw the coaching staff on the sideline challenging this offensive line to end this game. They've got the lead late now, and they know they're going to continue trying to run the ball to ice it.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. They'll move the wide receiver. They want that clock to run. Got enough for the 1st down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you. Right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice gain.
The give to the left side. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. Looks like the offense will just take a knee. Well, look what we have here, guys. After all the early season doubts, these guys have put together a winning streak.
They sure have. Man, they're just believing in themselves right now. This is a completely different looking team than what we saw early in the year. They're playing with so much more confidence. And David, when you start making plays, you start stringing W's together, that's obviously what happens.
Everybody gets energized. Everybody starts to contribute. Young guys start to grow up. Coaches start to believe in them. Everything starts to turn around and swing the other way. They got it all going in the right direction.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
This is tomorrow, for sure. Let's see.